Good morning, everyone. This is Rafegal. We are playing some more Final Fantasy Tactics, and today we are going to be heading into the Midlight's Deep. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole thing. It's really going to depend on how long each floor takes. If you're not familiar, this is a 10-floor optional dungeon full of rare treasure. Each map has 4 rare treasures, random encounters for a number of foes, and a hidden exit to get down to the next floor. So, basically, and the hidden exit can be in one of 5 different locations. So you have to find the exit. We're going to have to get Rafa to the 4 rare weapons or items. And then we have to beat all the enemies. I'm not sure if I am going to go all the way down. I don't think I'm going to, because I think it's going to take a while. My current plan is to kind of do a cut down version of this with like some highlights to show how the dungeon works. And then from there, we'll see how long it takes.
'Twas a greater success than could have ever been foreseen.
I mean not to boast, but I dare say our success owed itself to me.
So even Count Minimus has fallen on hard times, eh?
Then the legends speak true. Treasure waits on that island.
Aye, that it does. Treasure beyond worth, sleeping down in the depths, out of sight and reach.
It's bound to be guarded by traps, no? Else it would be sleeping in some noble's vaults by now.
More than traps, there are foul fiends too, they say, and a wizard whose soul is as dark as the caverns he calls home.
No thank you is what I say to that then. A man would have to be a fool to go there.
'Tis no place for the craven, that much is true. To enter is to bid goodbye to the light of day.
Yeah. What did they call the place again?
Midlight's Deep. And rightly so.
How so? 'Twas I who saw the task completed.
You? What did you do but almost get us killed? What are you looking at? Be on your way. This is no show.
That unlocks the Midlight's Deep. Okay. So,
Was there something?
Ramza. We currently have Ramza on Ninja because it's a job that he doesn't have a ton of. He has all the basic skills. He still has a couple. Okay, never mind. He just has Vanish that he can still learn. Whatever. It's a good job. It's also beneficial in this particular section because the Spellbinders give disable. It means he can very quickly move across the field and just punch things really hard. And that is what we need. Beowulf. I actually have Beowulf switched over away from his primary sword art for now. And the reason is I want him to have JP boost. He has not had JP boost on for a lot of this, and his samurai training is going very slowly. We only have 2 skills. We're not gonna probably get these last 2 unless we happen to get to certain conditions in the dungeon. Another random sidebar as far as things that I don't like about this game. These skills require you to have specific items. These are like super, super rare items that are almost impossible to get. That bothers me. Oh, and they have a chance to break even if you do get them. So yeah, we're keeping it simple here. JP boost. I grabbed martial arts for him for purification and chakra so he could heal himself a little bit. But his main thing is just going to be running up and hitting for now. I'm hoping that I can get some of those early Iaido. Okay, I'm hoping I can get all of the Iaido maxed out here before we get too far so that I can switch him back. Because I do think that having his Spellblade is going to be beneficial for a lot of this. Meliadul. She's got the Knight kit. It's pretty straightforward. I did switch her back over to, switch her over to Knight because she's mastered her 4 unyielding blade techniques. So we're going to get her this just as a secondary. The main thing I actually want to get out of Knight is the equip swords so that she can bring her other job with her. And then we're probably going to go into Dragoon at that point with equip sword so that she can get ignore height. Mustadio is the only one who we're not JP farming on. I thought about it a lot. I don't feel like it's worth trying to switch him off of this at this point. He's going to be a machinist, chemist for the rest of the game. That's fine. There is a chance that I will... I've actually even considered ditching him at some point, but I do feel like chemist is too valuable. And yeah, I just want to keep him around. Ratha, still on Summoner. Summoner is so expensive to max out. She could be on this for the rest of the game, easy. There is a part of me that wants to grab Swift Spell for a support ability. So I might switch her back over to Time Mage. Actually, you know what?
Why not?
Why not? Why not is right, Rafa. The main reason I want to do this... Actually, maybe I do want items. Yeah, we'll leave it on items. That's fine. Thieves Cap... Luminous Robe, Blackguard. So there's 2 things. One is, as I said, I do want her to get access to Swift Spell. It's expensive, but especially for summons, it's going to make them cast faster, which can be very important. The second thing is I want to be able to cast Haste. It seems really simple, but she is going to be the main person that has to run around to get these hidden items because she's the person with the treasure hunter ability and low brave. So that is how we can do that. She can haste herself, run around. Thieves Cap is going to give her that +2 speed. And I feel like it's going to work out better than having her on Summoner for now. I can always switch her back as we go. So that is the party. Let's get started. This is the first floor. Okay, Subterranean Labyrinth. You must defeat every enemy, locate the hidden staircase. I believe that then takes you back to the map where you can pick the next level. So you can try these again or repeatedly if you need to. Noisen. Oh yeah, also everything here is pitch black.
Right.
All right.
To battle.
I won't disappoint.
I'm ready.
Forward. Come on.
Okay, so our characters are currently at height 24. So the way that the guide that I'm using describes things is based on you have to find a corner. So in this case, it is the height 0 moss. Put this corner at the bottom of the screen. And then if we do, so like left to up to is going to be one of the spots. But that one isn't super important. So we're going to try and go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is probably the one I want most on this floor, right here. And that is pretty straightforward for Rafa to get to. In fact, it is literally straightforward for her to get to. All the way down to the wall. Exit locations can be found by anybody. There is an option over here, I think. This one. Left, yeah. There's one that is right here. There's one that's literally right here. So most of them are down in this side, where it's going to be kind of a pain for us to get to. There is one that's up further. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here. I do not have ignore elevation on, which might be a mistake for this. Yeah. Little annoyed. It is going to take quite a while to get Rafa where we need her to go at any given point. Ignore elevation. He's still got a 4. That's pretty good. We want to go to the Germanus boots for the fifth movement. Kind of. Yeah.
My strength is yours.
Understood. Of course.
All right. No turning back.
So while you're on the move screen is pretty much the only time we're going to be able to see this. It gives us an idea of where we're going. There's a few little glitches like that. So like I said, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here.
No turning back.
I will not falter.
Squire, Goblin. Is this worth doing right now? I think it might be. Should be able to cast haste on yourself later, but that's okay. That's really good, actually. Get the doom trap there. The only downside here,
Right then.
with how a lot of this is set up. Oh, he has enough jump to get down here. Or does he just have ignore elevation on still? He does. Awesome. I was realizing after the fact that I kind of wish I had put it on him, so I'm glad that he has it anyway. Let's go ahead and do an arm shot on this guy.
How about you?
And then move him down next to Ramza. Okay, I think there's another one that's in the very far corner, which I can't quite reach yet. Given the fact that he just barely can't reach, oh crap. I'm gonna go ahead and just shout. Continue getting that speed up.
One sure step at a time.
Okay, she's casting Titan. Unable to disable. I'm not sure why. There we go. Immobilize and disable Thief's Cap.
I will not falter.
No turning back.
My path is clear.
Okay, did not find the exit yet. I think we crush... Actually, let's crush Helm here.
To cross my path, your cursed fate. Heavens fall upon your crown. Crush Helm! Rest in peace! Am I to die here? Slowly but surely.
Gonna jump in here so that she's in Mustadio's way.
Oh dear.
I won't miss. My power grows.
Here I go.
could this be?
Blaze gun. This is like the glacial gun, but with fire. Okay, Ramza. Let's see. So there's one here. One here. One here.
Every bit helps.
His doom is gonna trigger here, so I just want to get him to a spot that's a little closer to everybody else.
Prove my worth.
Purposely blowing up the thieves' caps here.
I can do this.
I just realized I probably
You cannot resist.
should have made sure that we disabled the knight before that,
How to proceed.
but that's okay. This guy still actually has a weapon, right? Yeah.
Forward.
Right.
She actually doesn't have much more to do in this one. For the most part.
Ready or not?
For the most part, this floor doesn't have a lot of good rare
Land of
weapons.
life sustaining. Stay those
That was
who
a heck of a
do us harm.
scream.
Immobilize. I have no.
Okay, this guy should be able to get hit with disable. I'm not sure why it wasn't letting it work for... That's okay. We'll just...
What shields the flesh shield. No, break.
We'll just blow it up.
O land of life sustaining.
That's slightly problematic, because I was going to be using him as my anchor. You have to basically keep an enemy alive while you're searching, so that was my... Okay, if you're punching him, that's fine. I mean, I guess the other option here is... just to ignore the doom counter and hope that I get far enough.
This bodes ill.
I will not falter.
I cannot fail.
Hidden passage leading deeper. No, that doesn't bode ill, Ramza. That's what we're looking for.
I spare no effort.
I will not falter. I will crush you.
So there are more items there, but those were the ones I wanted. And that's how you navigate in, Now, part of my problem with this, with the Midlight Deep, is that they're all solid black. It's a lot of just black background with your characters moving around, and it's a lot of counting. There's not a lot to it. So I'm kind of... I'll keep going a little further here. But like I said, I don't really want to spend too much time on it just from the perspective of it's not super entertaining, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna guess this is a height 2 stalactite, so this is the bottom corner that we're aiming for. And the primary thing we want is right here. This is a very, like, roller coaster-y one.
Understood.
To battle.
All right.
My turn, is it? At the ready.
I shall prove my worth.
Okay, that spot is a little out of her reach. But this one. All the way over there in the middle of those enemies. I forgot how mountainous this area is. Okay, so where was that spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got the hidden passage immediately. Awesome. That means we don't have to do any more of that. We can just focus up on... if we want to get the last one for Rafa, we can. Rafa's just getting stomped, apparently. Apparently these are very fast enemies, which is weird. We do have... I was gonna say we have a lot of ways to deal with that, but I forgot that we are on full samurai mode right now, so we don't have quite as many.
Here you go.
However, Mustadio, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. Should be able to start sealing evil on these guys.
I will not falter.
That actually, I wasn't even thinking about at the time, but is actually a very good way to deal with them. Poaching does permanently get rid of them, so we've got that.
I shall prove my worth. I must take care.
That deals with them, but there's a chance that they'll get back up still.
I will not falter. I can't die yet.
My turn. Fly through. Forward.
So the only items for that one were the Save the Queen and the Blood Sword, which are kind of mid-tier for this. This one's a little more annoying, but there are, I think, 2 items I'm going to try and get. And actually, this is one of the ones that I want, one of the items I want the most. Okay, I think this is it. So this is the corner we're working from. Height 0, stone outcropping. It says the one where the cursor is blue. Wait, are there two? Oh, they've adjusted this in this version. So I'm guessing this one used to be something where you could potentially see it. Okay, so from here, the two spots we're going are 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's one here. And the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like right here. So we're gonna have her start in that corner.
Right.
My strength is yours.
Of course.
All right. No turning back.
Mediator Knight. Knights are always a little scary because if they have break equipment, they can be problematic.
Trust himself.
I'm ready.
Gun? Throw stone. That's obnoxious.
Where am I needed?
Checked in shell on everybody. And now we can start spreading out. Okay. Remind myself, this is the corner we're working from. Where are some of the other ones? So left 1 up 2 is an exit. Left 2 up 8. Like right around here, I think. Okay, well, we're gonna go
My path is clear.
this way.
I will miss.
There are a lot of spaces on this one that you can't reach easily. Okay. So Rafa, I am gonna go back here real quick. So it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right next to the square the mediator's on right now. Which is kind of tricky to get to, it looks like.
What's my next move?
Too slow. I must act.
Get a slow off on that archer. Maybe? No. Actually, that would be a very good target for Crush Weapon.
Slowly but surely.
Wait a minute, Artemis bow? Wait a minute, that's actually a really good bow. I'm not sure, I don't think that's viable. So we are starting to get into the stuff that is not obtainable through normal means.
Come on.
Yeah, I need to get rid of this cloak, is what I'm finding out here.
Right there.
Pressed it too fast.
Oh, River.
Another cloak evasion. Nasty. Guardian Nymph.
Forward. Opposite.
I will not falter.
Unyielding Blade, Crush Accessory. There we go. Now Ramza should be able to hit her. Okay, so this is the spot that we're trying to get to with Rafa. I'm just going to stand right here.
My turn.
That is the Yoichi bow. Awesome. I actually don't know if that's better than the Artemis bow that we just broke, so I'm hoping it is. Okay, we're down to 2 targets, so I do need to start looking for the other exit spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the other one that she's trying to get to is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blow up the thief's cap so they can be immobilized. Okay, so we got to 611. This and this are both spots, it looks like. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So both of these, 1 and 2, and then up 8. I'm gonna just try and get Ramza headed that way, I think. Wait, that's a spot that we've already been to at least. There we go. Found the hidden passage, so now all we have to do is get Rafa where we're taking her. Which was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 squares away from this spot.
I shall prove my worth.
Right then.
They're immobilized, so this is just kind of mean.
Find your mark. Oh no, you don't.
Coaching.
Onwards and upwards.
There we go. Zeus's mace.
You're mine!
Why?
Okay, number 4, Valkyries. This is a couple... I'm going to be fair and say, I don't know how good these items are. We'll go with that. Okay, this is particularly interesting in that the counting point we're working from is our starting point as well. So this is 0, 0. The downside is that means that some of these we have to count are pretty far away still, but it looks like there's several of them that are down on this side.
I'm ready.
Oh. Hey, I think I get it now. This is like a huge chasm that we can't get through. So we're gonna have to go all the way around, I'm sure. Great. Okay,
Wherever I'm needed.
My strength is yours.
To battle.
and I think this is gonna be the last one I do.
Forward.
So this is actually a little scary looking offhand. So first of all, there's a lot of very long gaps here. So even though we have ignore elevation, we can't do anything about it. Like we have to follow the path. So the one thing I'm concerned with here is how far do we have to get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 and 11 are where we're trying to get to. Like, all of them are right in this corner, it looks like. So we just basically have to get to the other side of the horseshoe with Ratha. I'm a little less concerned about where the exit locations are than normal. Because like I said, this is going to be the last one I do, just because, honestly, it's partially just because of where our levels are at. I don't want to get, Ramza's already at 50. I know we could switch characters, but Ramza is Ramza. So I want to get him where we're going, but I do feel like there are easier ways to do a cheap little grind than what we're doing. So if I do decide to do more, it would likely be using some of my other party members. By the way, the closest exit marker that I'm seeing is 8 left, which is still on the other side of the horseshoe. So just for context, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's one here. One here where this bird is. And then the other ones are like up here. So I think we're just gonna have to get in there, slug it out. Oops. I think that means we have to kill this bird immediately now.
Right then.
I did switch out for the fire gun there. Perfect spot for Iaido. So much haste in this. I'm gonna go over here because I think this is across. It's kind of hard to tell. So yeah, I think this is the right spot. Yeah, kind of over where the archer is. Perfect.
Come on. Right.
Let's go crush. Oh, that's further than it looks. Well, if we can reach the archer, let's hit him. Let's try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can get the first one now. So it's here.
This should be useful.
I will you.
What to do?
And with that, actually, wait, is that the one casting Moogle? It is. Darn it.
My turn.
Let's pick up our last item, the Kaiser Shield. I want to go at this one.
Ready or not?
It's
That guy wasn't even really a threat at that point. I got Ramza far enough away from the rest of the party that they didn't do the damage to everybody. Same thing with Mustadio. We're very spread out, which is not normally a good thing. Let's try this again. There we go. So now we're just down to the Marlboros. And those we should be able to take out safely? Question mark? Because they are very slow. And their physical attacks are something that Ramza can block very easily. I am not going to turn down free summons. I didn't even think about that when we were fighting summons earlier.
My turn.
Okay, just to make sure, Ramza's over 1,000, Rafa's over 1,000, Medidual's over 700, which is, I believe, what we need for ignore elevation. Beowulf has a lot that he still needs, unfortunately. But I think that 800 It gets him Kiku Ichimonji. I'd really prefer to get both of these, but this'll do. So, the items we got. Zeus's mace isn't quite as good as I was thinking it was going to be. It does raise magic attack and physical attack, which is pretty cool, but it is pretty mediocre overall. It feels really weird to say. It would actually be really good for if we did end up with a character that was trying to go for that sort of like physical magic blend build, which is not great. However, Faith, this is an interesting one. The Rod of Faith grants the Faith special attribute, which means that while you're equipped with it, your Faith is 100, which raises your magic power significantly. It doesn't give that the magic boost that Zeus Mace does, but I think that just having the base Faith rating be higher is going to be more effective. Blaze Gun is a whopping 1 point more powerful than the Glacial Gun. There's technically one other gun, there's a lightning one as well, but it's several more floors down, and I really don't feel like stumbling through the dark that long. The Fairy Harp is apparently pretty good for a bard weapon, but you have to be a bard to use it, which kind of diminishes its usefulness. However, when attacking, has a chance of inflicting charm. The other one here that I have, random, that you could just buy, is 5 points lower and causes confusion instead of charm. I feel like this is, like, Fairy Harp seems very good. So it looks like the Kaiser Shield is the highest tier, or the highest available tier that we have of the more standard shield types. So 4620 is better than the Crystal Shield in pretty much every way. Also, it has boost fire, ice, and lightning on it, which is interesting. I'm curious if this works with the guns. I think it does, because of the way that they work with some of the other effects. So I think this is going to be going on Mustadio. Like I said, the total dungeon here goes down 10 floors. It's how you get the last summon that you can't get otherwise. You can get one more party member who is a monster from the dungeon. You can get another Excalibur. You can get some other rare monsters that we haven't been able to really get much of. Like the, you can get more of the behemoths and such. Like I mentioned, the lightning gun, ninja gear, Staff of the Magi, which is not actually as good as it seems. Perseus bow, so another upgraded bow, Lordly robe, Ragnarok, the Grand Helm, the Venetian shield, which is, I think, the best shield outside of the Escutcheon, Maximilian, which is the best, so that floor is, let's see, it's the 9th floor, I think. Yes. 9th floor is all of the best heavy armor in the game. And then I think the last floor is, it's the Chiri Jarate. So that's the last samurai sword that you can get. So there's a lot of good stuff here. It just takes forever. And I don't really enjoy the little, it's interesting, going through and looking for the items, because that is in a fixed spot. But having to go to the 6 different spots and hope you get the right exit before you get to the boss or before you kill all the enemies, less exciting to me. So I think that's where we're gonna wrap for the last time. I'm still not loving Mediaduel's setup right now, and it's mostly just the fact that she doesn't have a secondary that's worth keeping. Beowulf, I'm pretty happy with. Mustadio has been set for a while.
Yes.
Rafa, honestly, with that fast cast now, that opens up a lot. And plus we got the trio here, plus Bahamut. I do feel like Bahamut, Golem, Barry are the 3 most important. So we'll see how that goes. The only downside is if I do Swift Spell, I have to get rid of throw items. And I really do value the healing capability there. Ramza. I'm honestly at the point right now where I think the plan is going to be to put these 3 on their core classes. Or at least Ramza and Meliadul are going to be on their core classes. Beowulf's going to be on Samurai still, because we can get the last stuff unlocked before the bottom. Mustadio and Rafa are going to be where they are, and I'm going to be pretty happy with where we're at. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.